want to demonstrate how you can take a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper and cut it all up and make a whole bunch of cards. If you're like me, a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper is quite intimidating. And I'm not really a scrapbooker, I'm much more of a card maker. I do like to do things in my Bible and in my traveler's notebook, but looking at a 12 by 12 inch piece of paper is just overwhelming for me at times. Now I selected this one piece of paper because I just absolutely loved the colors. So I'm going to cut it all up, and then we're going to come back and see where all the pieces are and see where it will take us and how many cards we can actually get out of this. So why don't you join me? So I just made my first cut. So what I recommend is you cut a 2-inch strip, a 2.5-inch strip, a 3-inch strip, and a 4.5-inch strip. Now the 4.5-inch strip, you can wiggle with that. So you can either take that 1/2 inch off of the 4 and add it to the 3, add it to the 2.5, or add it to the 2. It's up to you how you want to go. We have a 2, we have a 2.5, we have a 3, and we have a 4.5. So did you see how that worked out? 2, 2.5, 3, 4.5. And that's the formula. And then from there, we'll cut them down. The colors that are in this designer series paper are Soft Sky, Tranquil Tide, and Lemon Lime Twist. And they are available right now through the annual catalog. So here we have all of our cuts. On the 2-inch strip, I cut them 4.5 inches. Now this is your regular 5.5 by 4.25 card base. So this is 2 inches by 4.5. And as you'll see, that makes a really pretty accent on that card. Okay? The next item that I cut was from the 2-inch strip at 1.5. And now we have the 2.5. And utilizing the 2.5 and the 1.5 could be quite interesting. Then the final piece that was left was 3.5. And again, it leaves a really nice, pleasing composition to then add a sentiment to. On my 2.5-inch strip, I did the first one at 2. And I did all the additional ones at 2.5. So this is going to be a perfect square. And you could add a sentiment or a focal point of some way, shape, or form on that card. This is my 3-inch strip, and on my 3-inch strip, those two are 3 inches square because of course it was a 12-inch piece of paper that we started out with. And finally, I was left with 4.5 inches. Now you can most certainly stick with the 4.5, or if you wanted to, you could cut that down to a 2.5 and a 2-inch strip. The choice is yours. But when I cut that 4.5-inch strip at the 4-inch mark 3 times, I'm left with a really nice mat to go on that card. So now let's see how many cards we can get out of all these cuts from a one-sheet wonder. So from one 12 by 12 sheet of paper, I'm able to get about 15 cards. Now let's see the sentiments and what we actually do with them. 16 cards from 3 pieces of cardstock and 1 sheet of 12 by 12 designer series paper. I want to inspire you to use your designer series paper, and when you choose that paper from Stampin' Up, you have the luxury of coordinating it with the amazing ink colors, the Tranquil Tide, the Lemon Lime Twist, the Soft Sky, and the Night of Navy. So you can't go wrong when all the colors match all the designer series paper and all the cardstock. It's quality products and coordination to, point on coordination with the colors. I love Stampin' Up. I have not bought a store-bought card in 15 years. I encourage you to explore the wonderful creative opportunities that you have with Stampin' Up products, and create from within and go get crafty.